This is the Preston Indians pregame show. Coming up, we'll take a look at tonight's game. We'll hear from the coach and look at the pregame stats all leading up to tonight's action. You're listening to live coverage of the Preston Indians on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. And a pleasant good evening, everybody, as we welcome you inside Preston Gym as tonight the Lady Indians go to work here in the postseason as they'll take on the Mountain Home Tigers tonight in the opening round of the conference tournament for the Great Basin 10 Conference. For Preston, they come in with a winning record on the year, 15-6, 9-4 in the conference. For Mountain Home, they are overall on the year. They come in with a 12-9 record. They finished the year 6-8 overall in the conference. These two teams met once this year, way back in the second week of the regular season here at Preston Gym, a game that Preston ended up winning by the final score of 39-30. So it's the Indians and the Lady Tigers coming up from here at Preston Gym in just a couple of minutes on our abbreviated pregame show. We'll take a timeout and we'll have the starting lineups and the opening tap coming up right after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
The Preston Lady Indians are ready to jump into the conference tournament as the Mountain Home Tigers come to Preston Gym for an opening round game on Thursday night. The Lady Indians downed the Lady Tigers earlier this season, but anything can happen during tournament time. Catch this game at a special time. The pregame show on Thursday night gets underway at 5:45 with the tip-off at 6 o'clock on 105.5 FM, AM 1340 KACH, and on mylocalradio.com.
A higher level of precision and accuracy, that's what the new Naveo robotic assistance system at Franklin County Medical Center provides you. Whether you're in need of revision, partial or total knee replacement, the new robotic assisted surgery technology at Franklin County Medical Center allow knee surgery candidates the comfort of knowing that their knee surgery will be performed with confidence, improving the function, feel, and longevity of your new knee. Learn more about the new robotics machine at fcmc.org. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield.
It's time for Preston High School Indians basketball. The Indians hit the court looking to bring home a Great Basin 10 title and make a run for a berth in the state playoffs. All the excitement of Preston basketball is brought to you by West Motors, with Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram trucks all available right here in Preston. By Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care you'll find in all of the Cache Valley. By Stokes Market True Value, the big city market with small town friendliness. By Rouse Construction, bringing custom homes to the Blue Sage Park community right here in Preston. By Webb Funeral Home, just off Highway 91 at the south end of Preston. By Hawaiian Bowl Grill inside Poppin' Pins Bowling Center. Come try the best Hawaiian food right here in the city of Preston. By Naylor Insurance, for life, home, and auto insurance from Mutual of Enumclaw on State Street in Preston. By Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. By Idaho Salvage, where you can turn your scrap metals into cash. By Preston Auto Parts CarQuest on State Street in downtown Preston. By Valley Implement. By S&T Electric. And by mylocalradio.com. Tonight's game is a presentation of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and is made possible through an agreement between Preston High School Athletics and Preston Broadcasting. It's presented for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or use of descriptions or accounts of this game without the express written consent of Preston Broadcasting, LLC is strictly prohibited.
And welcome back inside Preston Gym as tonight the Preston Indians take on the Mountain Home Tigers in the opening round of the Great Basin 10 Conference Tournament. The winner of this game tonight will face the winner of the other game going on, one of the other games going on this evening, as they'll face the winner of the Minico Burley game, which gets underway in about an hour. Starting lineups tonight. First for the Mountain Home Tigers, Madeline Keener, a 5'5 freshman, will start tonight, as will Sadie Drake. She's a 6'1 sophomore. Shalea Lansom, a 5'11 senior, gets a start tonight as well. Cara Grindle, who is a 5'8 sophomore, and Emily Harper, a 6-foot sophomore, will start in the middle. Tonight for the Preston Indians, Haley Meek, averaging 6.5 points a game. Michaela Robertson will start tonight as well. She's a 5'10 sophomore. She averages just over 8 points a game. Alexis Harris starting tonight for the Indians, a 5'6 senior, averaging just over 3.5 points a game. Cassie Pugmire, 9.1 points per game, will start tonight. She leads the team in scoring. And Kylie Larson starts tonight as well. She is a 5'10 junior. She averages 7 points a game overall on the year. So we'll get ready to get started tonight, and waiting for our camera person to show up here for us here this evening. So hopefully we'll get somebody on the camera here coming up in just a moment, and you'll be able to see the game as I call it for you. As so here we go, ready to jump center as Kylie Larson will jump center against Sadie Drake, the sophomore, and the tap is controlled by Mountain Home. Remember, these two teams met the first part of the year. It was early on, but Preston won here at Preston Gym. Grindle gives it off to Harper. Free throw line, can't get a shot. She gives it off. Bad pass taken away by Harris for the Indians. To Haley Meek. Her little short jumper is an air ball, and it's taken down out of the air by the Tigers. Quickly up into the front court, it goes to Keener. Keener has her pass intercepted by Haley Meek underneath the basket. Headed up the court to get to Harris, but Harris steps out of bounds. She couldn't control the pass and dropped it out of bounds, and the ball will go back over to the Tigers. Full court press put on here by the Indians as we get ready to start the game here this evening. As up in the front court, it comes to Harper. Quickly up the floor. Lossner. As the ball will come to Robertson for the Indians as the Indians take it away again. 3 trips around the floor for Mountain Home and 3 turnovers. Robertson bounces it down in the corner, goes to Harris, back to Robertson. She dropped it. Larson able to pick it up. Comes back to Meek on the left side. She give it off to Pugmire, top of the key. Back to Harris. Swing it back out top to Meek. Meek crossover dribble, still can't get a shot. Goes to Robertson on the left side on the angle. Back to Pugmire. She looks at a 3. Needs a bank. Won't get it. As they give the rebound taken down by Mountain Home. Minute and a half into the game and still no one has scored as of yet. Grindle comes across the top of the key. Now wants to drive down the lane. Nice little dish off as trying to get it down low. Has her shot blocked. That was Drake. And the ball goes out of bounds and back over to the Tigers again. It will stay. Emily Harper gets the first 2 points of the game as it's 2-0 Mountain Home. As swing it down low, Robertson off the glass, put it up and in. Kayla Robertson ties the game at 2 as she picks up her first 2 points of the game. As up top, Harper has it. Pass intercepted there. Nice hustle by Robertson to get back and cover the wing. She'll get it back up in the front court to Larson over on the left side. Free throw line extended. Down low as it comes to Meek. Off the glass, needs a bounce, won't get it. Rebound inside is taken down by Harper again. Quickly up the floor. They get it ahead. It's Kenner. Her shot is no good. As Pugmire has it back up into the front court here for the Indians. Little stutter step. She drives down the middle. Scoop shot is no good. Saved on the floor. It come back to Larson. She'll set in the right corner. A long 3 is good. Kylie Larson with a 3, just her second of the year, but it gets Preston their first lead as it's now 5-2, and then Larson back down the floor commits a foul. So it'll go on Larson. That'll be her first, and it's going to send Sadie Drake to the free throw line to shoot a couple of free throws here. Drake's first is no good. Addie McCluskey comes in here for Mountain Home, as it'll be Kinner who will go to the bench here as the first change of the night. As the second one is up and good by Drake. She has her first point of the game, and it's 5-3 Preston. Meek brings it up across the timeline, tries to drive, gets cut off, so she'll come over on the right side as it comes to Robertson. Back out top to Larson again, and she pops out to receive the ball. Harris swings it back over to Meek on the left side. Bounce pass down to the left block to Pugmire, puts it up, it's a little short. Rebound is dropped by the Tigers and picked up by the Indians as it comes back to Pugmire. She'll swing it across the court to Meek. Nice ball fake, but she traveled. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Naylor Insurance. For life, home, and auto from Mutual of Enumclaw, stop by Naylor Insurance on State Street in Preston or call 208-852-0810. That's 208-852-0810. Full court press put on here by the Indians as Tigers get it up to the midcourt stripe to Harper. She gets it across the timeline, now up into the front court. Griddle inside to Drake, no good. Gets her own rebound, put back, no. She taps it loose. It's going to be picked up there by Griddle. Goes it back down low on the block again. As Drake tries to turn inside, can't get a shot. Kicks it back out for a three. That's put up by Griddle. That's no good. As it's going to be knocked out of bounds, it's going to go back over to Preston. Almost the midway part of the quarter, and it's 5-3. Preston leads. And when preparing for the game, I went back and looked at the first game these two teams played against each other this year. And the end of the first quarter, way back at the beginning of the season, it was 5-2 in favor of Mountain Home. Remember, that was the first home game of the year for the Lady Indians. That's how long ago it was, some 2.5 months ago. Haley Meek with it, looks down low. Nice cut by Harris. It's off her hands and out of bounds. Pass was just a little bit too tall for her. As we have a 30-second timeout here called by the Indians. We'll take the timeout as well. We'll be right back.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
More and more people are moving to the Preston area to live and retire. Since 1978, Ralph Construction's been building custom homes in the Blue Sage Park community, the only 55-year-old plus community in the city of Preston. Come see the downsized, no-hassle lifestyle that Blue Sage Park offers. Ralph Construction will build to your custom specifications, or you can choose one of their existing floor plans. They're just starting phase 2, so there's plenty of great lots still available. Ralph Construction. Call for more information, 435-232-1837. Lawn care and snow removal included. Blue Sage Park by Ralph Construction. 435-232-1837.
KACH.
Ball belongs to the Tigers after the timeout as McCluskey had it, lost the dribble, then finally got rid of it. Up into the front court. They get it to Gabby Gisaro into the game here for the first time. She waits out beyond the three-point arc with a shot inside by Drake. And it's no good, but a whistle. And Emily Harper is an offensive foul on the rebound. So it's her first foul. That's the first foul called against Mountain Home here tonight. So one foul apiece for each team. And here comes Meek back up into the front court here for Preston. Back across the top of the key. Robertson pops out to receive it. Robertson making the start tonight for the second game in a row as Sage Meek is down low. Larson missed it. Rebound to Pugmire, no good. Robertson has the rebound, put it back in. Michaela Robertson has 4 here in the first quarter, and Preston is up 7-3. Full court pressure again put on here by the Indians. As up into the front court, it comes to Gisaro. Gisaro gives it up across to Drake. Drake down low, back to Gisaro, off the rim. It just would roll off the iron, wouldn't go down for her. Harris has the rebound. Harris is cut off by McCluskey. Now gets it up into the front court. Anyway, Robertson's starting tonight for the second game in a row. Remember Sage Meek with that bad ankle. They're kind of trying to limit her playing time a little bit, so she hasn't started the last couple of games. Bad pass by the Indians, saved into the front court, but picked up there by the Tigers. Back down low, and a foul on Pugmire as they went to Harper. Harper tried a little hook shot down low, but she was fouled. Foul's going to go on Pugmire. And going to the free throw line will be Emily Harper to shoot her first 2 free throws of the game. Foul against Cassie was her first, second against the team, and the first free throw by Harper is a little long, no good. Sydney Marlowe comes in. Here comes Sage Meek into the game for the first time after we mentioned her. And now Harper will go to the free throw line to try the second shot here. As no good, the rebound is going to be a held ball. It's going to go back over to Preston. So Preston gets the ball back on the alternating possession rule. Students just finally starting to roll in here. The time change kind of fooled a lot of people, I think, as the game started an hour and a half earlier than it normally does to accommodate the travel distance for Mountain Home to come out and play the game. Robertson dribbles out way away from the ball. Gisaro kind of pokes it away from her. She's able to go back and get it. Little backdoor layoff. It goes to Marlowe for the layup from the left side. So Sydney Marlowe with her first points of the game. Preston leads by 6. It's 19-3 with 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Did I say 19? It's 9-3. She almost lost it as Gisaro gets it back and then has the ball knocked away, but it's going to be a foul here called against the Indians. That's going to go against Sage Meek just into the game. That's her first. Third team foul here against the Indians. So they get it back in. Comes to Griddle. Griddle comes top of the key. Comes to Harper. She gets it away from Marlowe. And the little right-hand hook shot is good. Emily Harper with 4 points here in the first quarter. It's a 4-point lead for Preston with $1:40 to play. Marlowe from the baseline on the left side. Knocked that one down. Sydney's got 4 quick points here in the game tonight. As quickly down the floor, it comes back to Gisaro, who puts it in. Gisaro with her first 2 points. Still a 4-point lead here for the Indians. 11-7, 1:20 to play here in the first quarter. And Sage has it stripped away from her. Here comes Keener just back into the game for the layup. As Keener, as they want to pronounce it. So the lead goes back down to 2. It's 11-9. Robertson up into the front court. Fakes the handoff to Sage Meek. She'll bounce it to Larson. 15-foot jumpers, just a touch long as Drake has the rebound. She'll give it off and then try to get it back as it went to Drake through her hands. Picked up by Gisaro. Down low, Drake in the paint. Scoop shot, no good. Tap there, but a foul. That's going to be a foul on Drake, reaching over the back of Kylie Larson. That will be her first and third now on the Tigers. That's 3 on each team here in the first quarter. We're under a minute to play here in the first. 43 seconds left here in the first quarter. Preston's lead down to 2. As here comes Robertson. Nobody stops the ball. She goes all the way, misses the layup as they have the rebound inside. Back outside to Marlowe with 31 seconds to play in the quarter. Sydney posts it inside. Comes back to Larson, trying to control the ball. Gets it back. Robertson fakes the 3, drives. Now back to Larson again, down low, too far in, underneath the basket. Comes back outside as they get it to Marlowe, and Marlowe's going to be a push here. She's going to go to the free throw line to shoot 2 with 16 seconds left in the quarter. Emily Harper called for the pushing foul. That'll be her second, third on the team. And now here's Sydney Marlowe at the foul line. Marlowe is a 44% free throw shooter on the year. The first one rolls in for her. Coming into the game, she had made 19 of 43 free throw attempts on the season. And she makes the first, pushes the lead out to 3. Second one short. Larson has the rebound inside, tries to go back up and has it knocked away. Here comes the Tigers back the other way with 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Griddle looks over on the right side. Reese Floyd into the game for the first time. Gets it back out top to Keener with 2-1. Her shot is no good. Larson smacks it away, and that's the way the quarter ends. So Preston will lead after the first quarter. They lead by 3, 12-9 after falling behind early. We'll take a timeout. Back to the second quarter right after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Welcome to West Motor Ford. We We love happy customers. With multiple financing options, it's easy to drive your new vehicle home. We offer a full line of new Fords and a constantly changing pre-owned vehicle inventory. Our service department is top-notch with technicians trained for everything from routine maintenance to major repairs. With a large selection of parts and accessories, including tires, we've got you covered. So come in and let us turn up your happy meter. Visit West Motor Ford in Preston today.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
as Pugmire will try to bring the ball in. As Cassie bounces it off, one of the defenders able to establish herself back in the floor and then get the layup, and a foul after the inbounds pass. Foul goes on Sydney Marlowe. That's her first foul. Fourth team foul against the Indians. Up into the front court, they can't quite get it there, so they get it back as it goes again. Now back to Keener. Keener will swing it back over to Grindle. As back down low, bad pass goes over the head of Gisaro. And again, another turnover, and subs back in here for Mountain Home as Harper and Lawson come back in. Full court pressure put on here by Mountain Home as well as they get it back up into the front court. Comes to Haley Meek, and her pass inside is a kick ball. It'll stay with the Indians down low, baseline front court again. This time Brexley Ware will bring it in for Preston, back underneath her own basket again. Get it into the corner to Ward. Thought about the three, didn't take it. She'll give it back to Meek, drives, about a 12-footer off the glass, no good. Good position inside by Emily Harper for the rebound. She hands it off as it comes to Grindle. Up into the front court, McKeener has it. Down low in the paint as it goes to Drake, puts it in, count it, and she's fouled. Sadie Drake scores the bucket. Foul inside on Larson. Kylie draws her first, and that's 5 on the team. Robertson and Alexis Harris back into the game here for Preston. As Sadie Drake will go back to the free throw line where she's made 1 out of 2 so far on the night. And the free throw is good. She completes the three-point play. She'll head to the bench with 6 points here in the first half. Preston remains on top by 2, 16-14, 5:13 left to play here in quarter number 2. Meek off the glass, no good on the shot by Haley. As they'll give it to Grindle. She'll hustle the ball back up into the front court. Grindle, Lawson drives down the middle, tries to lay it off to Harper. The pass out of her reach and it goes out of bounds. Another turnover here by the Tigers. So Robertson back into the game here for the Indians. As they have the starting 5 back on the floor, do Preston. Back to Haley Meek, drives, lays it off. Nice pass down low to Larson, score the bucket and the foul. That is 5 points in the game here for Larson. Gisaro draws the foul, her first, 4 on the team, and now here's Kylie back to the free throw line to complete the three-point play. Free throw is just a little too long, but the rebound's off to Pugmire, and she's fouled going up. Good offensive glass work by Cassie Pugmire, as Emily Harper will draw the foul, and she has 3 here in the first half. So they're going to have to get her back out of there as Sadie Drake hustles to the scorer's table to come back in. First one by Pugmire is good. Cassie, a 50% free throw shooter on the year, makes the first. 19-14 as Pugmire makes them both. Win or lose, we're back here on Saturday. Time and opponent yet to be determined as the ball comes to Drake. He tried to go up, lost it, taken away by Harris. Here comes Lexi quickly up into the front court. 2 on 3, defenders are back, so she'll slow it down and then travels before she can get rid of the ball. She tried to get it to Robertson in the corner, but did a little bunny hop in the pea patch before she could get rid of the ball. Preston up by 6, 4:20 to play here in the first half. Into the front court. In the corner, Gisaro in the right corner. Swings it all the way back out top again as it comes back to Grindle. Grindle holds up one finger, says we'll run play number 1. Popping up to get the ball is Lawson in the corner, back to Gisaro. A long 3 is no good. hits off the heel of the iron. Harris has the rebound for the Indians. Lobs the ball up into the front court. Makes its way to Pugmire. Her little 15-footer is no good. Try to save it on the floor. Haley Meek steps in front of it and then a foul as she's able to steal the ball. We have a pushing foul here against the Tigers, and it's going to go against Sadie Drake, and that'll be her second. So the two centers primarily for the Tigers have 5 fouls between them here in the first half, and a timeout on the floor called by the Tigers. Full timeout. We'll take it here as well. Preston leads by 6. We'll be right back.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence.
KACH.
As quickly here comes Preston again up the court. Harris, little jumper, that's no good from about 6 feet along the baseline. As passes off as it comes back to Grindle again. Grindle up into the front court. She'll swing it down low. Comes back out. Kenner, three-pointer, no good. Taken by Robertson. Here comes the Indians back again the other way. 3-on-3, so Robertson will slow it down. Gives it over to Pugmire. Pugmire kind of sticks her arm out to get some room and whacks a girl in the mouth. Inadvertently, as it's Grindle, who got popped in the nose with that inadvertent elbow by Pugmire, and they're going to call a 30-second timeout. As the Mountain Home coach wants to know why that wasn't a foul. And to be honest with you, I'm kind of wondering the same thing myself. Don't forget, coming up at halftime, an opportunity for you to win as the Beaver Mountain Ski Pass. It will be given away coming up at the halftime break. As we'll do that coming up at halftime. Don't forget the halftime report coming up as well. Halftime report brought to you by Riley Construction. So Preston comes back out onto the floor. They lead by 9, make it 11, 25-14. In the corner, Gisaro, nice pass down low as the shot's no good. Rebound inside as it's Drake to put it back up, and she's fouled. And she'll go to the free throw line, count the bucket, and she'll try to complete the three-point play. Lexus Harris called for the foul. That'll be her first. And here's Drake at the free throw line. She has 8 already here in the first half and making 9 as she makes the free throw. She's made 3 out of 4 so far here in the first half. 2.5 to play. Swing it over as he comes to down low. Marlowe tries to go back up, has her shot blocked, and a couple of bodies end up down on the ground as Marlowe falls on Drake's back, but it's going to be off of Drake and out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Indians underneath their own bucket. As Pugmire had him go off of her. She's able to get the ball back long enough to where it'll be Preston ball as it comes back into Pugmire. 14-foot jumper is good. Cassie Pugmire opens the lead back up. It's now a 10-point advantage as Cassie has 5 here in the first half. And a foul up here in the front court. That's going to go on Kylie Larson. That's a holding foul. That's her second. 17 fouls now here on the Indians. So free throws again coming up here. As Drake goes back to the free throw line, and the first one is good. That gives her 10 in the first half.
Madeline, you're on top. You're on top.
Drake's second in and out as the rebound comes off as it comes to Meek up in the front court. Long pass to Harris is good. Lexus Harris, she has 4 now here in the first half, and the lead out to 11, 29-18. Down low, they find Lawson there all alone. She's a short little jump bank shot as she puts it in. She has her first 2 points of the game. Go quickly back up the floor. Here come the Indians. Haley Meek pops out to receive the pass. Gets around Drake. As the cross-court pass is tipped by the defense, taken away here by the Tigers. Grindle quickly back up toward the front court. She'll stop short of the timeline as Drake pops out to meet the ball. Down low, that's Lawson. She misses this one. Harris has the rebound, weaves her way through traffic, quickly back up into the front court. Pugmire had it, dropped it off her foot, picked up there by the Tigers again. And here comes Mountain Home all the way, lay it off. Drake, 15-foot jumper, good. Drake hits it from the free throw line. Under a minute to play now here in the first half. Preston's lead slips down to 7. Robertson with it on the left side. Back out top as it comes back to Meek. Meek looks down the corner as it comes there to Harris. Her jump shot from about 15 feet is no good. Tigers have the rebound. Quickly back to Grindle. Up into the front court. Keener down low. Tried to get it to Drake. That was poked away as again the ball comes back to Grindle again. Grindle throws it up to Gisaro on the right side. Back to Drake, backdoor pass. Great hustle there by Marlowe to knock the ball away with 28 seconds left. Comes in Gisaro. As that'll be an offense. They'll turn the ball over. In fact, it's going to be a foul on Keener. She pushed off, trying to get enough room to receive the pass. So 23 seconds. See if Preston works for the last shot. As it comes in the corner to Harris. Tries to get across to Robertson. Dangerous pass. Meek, a 3 from the left corner is no good. Grindle has the rebound with 10 seconds to play. Hustles the ball up into the front court as it comes to Keener. Keener swings it back out as again, here's a long 3. It's an air ball put up this time by Grindle with 1.5 left here in the first half. They get it in. That's the way the first half will end. They throw a couple of passes. There's the horn. And Preston will take a 7-point lead off into the halftime break as they lead it 29-22. Stay tuned. The Ralph Construction halftime report is coming up, including the opportunity for you to win a ski pass to Beaver Mountain. That's coming up during the halftime break. Preston leads 29-22. We'll be right back.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing Vegas style, boys.
Brush up on your NASCAR trivia. Listen to win each weekday. You can win tickets to the NASCAR Series February 20th through the 23rd at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. The drawing will be held on February 12th. When you hear a qualifying NASCAR question, call the KACH radio station at 208-852-1340. All callers with the correct answer will be entered into the drawing to win the tickets. Must be 21 years or older to register.
Are you looking for a different kind of spot for lunch, dinner, or to do catering for your next event? Then try the Island Bowl Grill inside Poppin' Pins right here in Preston. At Island Bowl Grill, they have the best Hawaiian fare in the area. The combination of teriyaki and Korean influences can only be described in one way: mouth-watering. Offering 3 different catering options, Island Bowl Grill can host your next party in-house at Poppin' Pins Bowling Center. You can pick up for takeout, or they can come right to your house and prepare the food on site for your next party. What could be easier? Go to poppinpins.com for more information on Island Bowl Grill, or call 208-425-6128. Poppin' Pins Bowling Center, 411 South US Highway 91 in Preston.
Regardless of which insurance company you use, when you add a teen driver to your vehicle policy, your rates increase. This is Cheryl Kimball with Naylor Insurance in Preston. If you've got teen drivers, you need to know about the rate-saving plan.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
If it's time to sell your home, retail property, or land, make sure to hire the realtor that has your best interest in mind. This is Mike Hansen, broker at Cornerstone Real Estate. As a licensed real estate broker in Idaho and Utah, I have over 20 years of experience helping folks successfully sell property. I would like the opportunity to help you list and sell for the best price as quickly as possible. Call me today to schedule an appointment. Let's work together to make the sale of your property as simple and successful as possible. Mike Hansen, 801-510-1121.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
We haven't forgot about our ticket giveaway for the Beaver Mountain Ski Resort passes. We'll do all that at the first time out coming up here in quarter number 3. We want to thank our friends at Ralph Construction for sponsoring the halftime report. Remember, Ralph Construction, they build custom homes in the Blue Sage Park community in Preston. For more information, call 435-232-1837. 435-232-1837. So here we go. We'll start the third quarter. Preston had played pretty well in the first half, although the shooting woes continue to plague them from the game against Century, as right off the inbound pass, Drake down low, missed the layup. As they kick the ball back outside, it comes back out to Lawson. She looks at a 2, no good. Harper has the rebound inside as she starts the third quarter with 3 fouls. Her pass is intercepted by Lexi Harris. Harris will slow the ball down, get it back up into the front court. She'll take a 3 from straight away and hit it. Lexi Harris hits her 8th three-pointer of the year, her first one tonight. She has 7 in the game and builds Preston's lead back out to 10 points again. As they bounce the ball to the left elbow, bounce it down low. Drake fights for a position inside, trips and falls and throws the ball away. So she tried to fight for position. She tripped over Kylie Larson's foot and went down. And as she was going down, threw the ball and threw it out of bounds. So here's Harris back up into the front court again. Harris gives it off. Sage Meek with a little 15-foot jumper and hits it. Haley Meek gets her first 2 points of the game and a timeout. Timeout called by Mountain Home. Just a minute into the third quarter, so here we go. If you'd like to win a ski pass to Beaver Mountain, be the first caller right now at 208-852-1340. 208-852-1340. We'll take the first caller, and you'll win a ski pass to Beaver Mountain Ski Resort. With all the snow that we've been getting lately, the conditions have to be great. So skiers, heads up, your chance to win right now. Be the first caller at 208-852-1340, and good luck. And thanks to Beaver Mountain Ski Resort, who invites you to go out and ski the Beeve. 34-22, Preston up 12. As the inbounds pass comes all the way up to the timeline. It's picked up there by Emily Harper. Harper wants to drive, runs over Pugmire, and it's a blocking foul on Pugmire. As Harris did a pretty good job stepping around the block. And then Pugmire kind of stuck her knee out a little bit and drew the foul. So that's going to go off as here's Harper. She makes the first free throw. She has 5 points in the game. She's 1 out of 2 from the line tonight. So second free throw no good, goes out of bounds. Ball comes back over to Preston, 11-point lead as Harris weaves her way through traffic to Robertson up into the front court. She drives all the way. She's a little short jumper in the paint, no good as the rebound comes off to Harper. Harper's going to bring it up the court herself. Headman's to Drake in the paint, shoots around Harris, no, and Pugmire rips the rebound away. Cassie rips the ball back up into the front court. She'll give it off as it comes there to Meek. Meek, the 14-foot jumper, no. Larson has the rebound inside, got to do something with it, go back up, no good. As Kylie had it, tried to save it on the floor to roll out of bounds, and it'll go to Mountain Home with 6:16 to play here in quarter number 3. 34-23. Sydney Marlowe will come back in here for Preston, replacing Cassie Pugmire. As they get the ball in. As it comes in to Drake. Drake gives it off as it comes across all the way back over onto the left side. It's Lawson back out top to Drake. She'll give it here on the near side as it comes back to Grindle, and then her pass is tapped out of bounds on a good hustle play by Sydney Marlowe, and the ball will stay with the Tigers. As the coach for Mountain Home, Brent Keener, looking for any offense he can come up with right now, as Kara Grindle will go back to the bench. And into the game is Addie McCluskey. She had just a short bit of playing time in the first half. McCluskey into the corner, down there Keener. Inside jumper is no good, off the hands of Lawson. Nice rebound put back by Drake. Drake's got 14 in the game, and she's really the only person really keeping him in the contest here now. Preston has it back up in the front court. Meek, jumper, short. Kind of long rebound comes off to Robertson. She tries to go back up and she's fouled. So Robertson's going to go to the free throw line. Addie McCluskey called for the foul. It's her first. As here's Robertson at the free throw line. She makes the first. Robertson, a 72% free throw shooter on the year, now with 5 points in the game, and she'll get the second. Second free throw needs a bounce and rolls in. So Robertson makes them both. 36-25. As intercepted here by Haley Meek. Haley all the way, left-handed layup is good. Haley Meek extends the lead out to 13, biggest lead of the night here for the Indians, up into the front court. As it comes to Drake, she'll come one-on-one on Larson. Pause, spin, left hand in the lane is good. Sadie Drake ups her total to 16. Full court pressure put on here by the Tigers, back up to the front court. Swing it back over as it comes to Harris. Harris, nice bounce pass inside to Larson and throw the layup. And again, full court pressure put on by the Indians. End-to-end action here. 4:40 to play. Preston lead remains 13. It's 40-27. As bounce pass, Larson almost reached in, stole it away. Then it is poked away. They get it ahead to Haley Meek. Another left-hand layup is good again. And a timeout called by the Mountain Home Tigers. We'll take one here as well. We'll be right back. Preston leads 42-27.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Welcome to West Motor Ford. We love happy customers. With multiple financing options, it's easy to drive your new vehicle home. We offer a full line of new Fords and a constantly changing pre-owned vehicle inventory. Our service department is top-notch with technicians trained for everything from routine maintenance to major repairs. With a large selection of parts and accessories, including tires, we've got you covered. So come in and let us turn up your happy meter. Visit West Motor Ford in Preston today.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Indians on top, 42-27. 4:22 to play here in quarter number 3. And congratulations as Sharon Hobbs of Franklin. She was the winner of the ski pass to Beaver Mountain. Sharon, thanks for listening and congratulations. Your ski pass will be in the mail. We'll do that again next week as we'll have a couple of more opportunities on the boys' games next week when they're on the road. Boys in action Wednesday night as they'll be at Burley, and then the following Friday they will be at Pocatello to wrap up their regular season. And more chances for you to win coming up on those games. As in the backcourt, Sydney Marlowe just a little bit too aggressive trying to get to the inbound pass, commits a foul. That's her second team foul of the second half against the Preston Indians, and the ball stays with the Tigers to backcourt. As the pass comes inbounds into the hands of Griddle, trying to get around Robertson. She'll finally get it across the timeline up into the front court. Goes around Robertson, comes around the screen set there by Drake. She gets cut off as Larson way out away from the basket, able to cut her off. Now she'll drive, does Griddle. Robertson able to knock it away. She went up for the layup, and then we got a whistle, and it's out of bounds. It'll stay with Mountain Home over on the far side. 4 minutes exactly remaining here in quarter number 3. Preston up 15, 42-27. First time these two teams met, Preston won by 9 here at Preston Gym, 39-30. As they had a foul, as that's going to be a little bit of a blocking foul against Lexi Harris. That's her second. And tonight's game brought to you by West Motors with Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram trucks. They're all available right here in the city of Preston. Ball out of bounds, baseline front court here for the Tigers. They get it in. As it comes to Griddle, she tries to get it inside, back outside. Three-pointer is up and no good on the shot there by Lawson. And the Indians have the rebound. Here comes Meek in a hurry as she pushes up into the front court from the right elbow. Her jump shot is no good. Larson has the rebound, no good. Able to get it back, but then knocked it out of bounds. As the ball's going to be last touched by the Tigers, it'll stay with Preston underneath their own basket. Harris to bring it in. Gets it into Larson in the right corner. Kylie tries to drive baseline, and then she's fouled. Looks like she stumbled, looking to call a foul on Shaylee Lawson instead. Just the second team foul of the half against Mountain Home. And for Lawson, it's her first. Reese Floyd, the 5'3 sophomore, will come back into the game as Madeline Keener will head back to the bench. Lexi Harris brings it in. Nice bounce pass down low. Finds Robertson for the easy little bank shot. Robertson has 8 in the game and opens up the lead a little bit more. It's 44-27 with 3:20 to play here in quarter number 3. As Griddle driving, gets cut off. She gives the ball back outside. Here comes Harper driving. She has her shot blocked. It comes back to Drake. Reverse layup, good. Sadie Drake's a good little player. She's got 18. And a little nifty move there on the reverse layup as well to get the basket. Into the front court, it comes to Robertson here for the Indians. Should lead back to 15 again as it comes to Harris. Her little bank shot is no good. Ball's loose. It'll go back over to Mountain Home. 44-29 as Ware, Sage Meek, and Pugmire all come back in here for the Indians. Robertson, Meek, and Lawson all go back to the bench. Full court pressure again here by the Indians. You got to get the ball in. They finally do as it comes into Lawson. Brings it up into the front court to Drake along the right side. She goes into the paint, can't get a shot, kicks it outside. Griddle for a long three is good. Kara Griddle with her first points of the game as she hits a three. And it's 44-32. Back to a 12-point lead again for the Indians. 2:20 to play. Harris looks at a three, doesn't take it from the left side. Skip pass, comes over the right side as it comes back to Sage Meek. She'll bounce it inside as it comes to Marlowe on the block, tries to go up and she's fouled. So Marlowe will go to the free throw line. Lawson with the foul, that's her second, team's third. Each side now with 3 fouls on the night. One of the keys to the game tonight was for the Indians to take advantage of the home court as Marlowe makes the first. Gabby Gisaro back into the game for the Tigers. And with the fans that are here and the student body, they've been able to keep the intensity up here against the Tigers in the game. Marlowe makes them both. She has 7 as, look out, as Meek and Ware bump into each other. We're going for the loose ball, and the ball ends up back in the hands of the Tigers again. Back to Floyd. Floyd comes back to Drake. Straight away, 3-point area. She wants to drive. Couple dribbles. She'll terminate as she runs into Cassie Pugmire. She gets it back outside as Keenan has it. Keen drives in the paint. Little scoop shot. Goes in and comes back out. Gisaro has the rebound. Pugmire had it. Knocked it away, and it's going to go back to the Indians as Pugmire was able to knock it off of Emily Harper's knee and out of bounds. Riley Ward comes back in here for the Indians. .142 to play. Preston up by 14. Remember, Preston will play either Minico or Burley here on Saturday, depending on who wins and who loses, as they're on the opposite side of this opening round bracket, as the shot down low by Drake is no good, and that's going to be off of Preston. Check, that's off of the Mountain Home and out of bounds. It comes back over to Preston. So here's Meek back up into the front court. Sage to Ward, free throw line extended right. Riley comes back across the top of the key. Now all the way comes back down to Pugmire. She'll turn into paint. 10-foot jumper, no. Went down and came back out. Gisaro has it there for the Tigers. She'll give it off as it comes to Floyd. Back up in the front court, and a foul there on Marlowe as Sid came up to try to challenge the pass. As for Marlowe, that's going to be her 3rd foul of the game and 4th of the half against the Indians. So the ball out of bounds right here in front of us as Floyd gets it into the backcourt as it comes to Keener. Keener will crossover dribble. She comes around the screen set by Drake. She gives it back to Drake. Now back to Keener again. Another 3. Needs a bounce, won't get it. Pretty good shove in the back there by Drake on Pugmire, but it's going to be off of Pugmire and out of bounds. So Larson will come back into the game as Marlowe comes out with her 3 fouls. 47 seconds to play here in quarter number 3. Preston leading by 14. As they get it in, it comes in to Reese Floyd. She'll get over here on the near side. I'll swing it back down low on the block. Harris wants to turn, can't get a shot. Back outside. The 3-pointer is up and in by Keener. Keener cuts the lead down, back down to 11. 30 seconds to play in the quarter. Ware gives it off to Ward, fakes the shot, bounce it inside on the right block. It goes to Larson. Double team. She'll go off the glass and in. Nice play by Kylie Larson. She has 16 seconds to play in the quarter. The lead back out to 13. 35. Up in the front court, Harper wants to go baseline as Pugmire gave her a little bit of room, and she takes it away. She stole the ball before Gisaro could shoot it. Throws the ball the length of the court. It'll be short And that's the end of quarter number 3. So Preston opens up the lead. They lead by 13 as we go to the fourth. The fourth quarter of tonight's game is brought to you by Webb Funeral Home. We'll be right back.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
The Preston Lady Indians are ready to jump into the conference tournament as the Mountain Home Tigers come to Preston Gym for an opening round game on Thursday night. The Lady Indians downed the Lady Tigers earlier this season, but anything can happen during tournament time. Catch this game at a special time. The pregame show on Thursday night gets underway at 5:45 with the tip-off at 6 o'clock on 105.5 FM, AM 1340 KACH, and on mylocalradio.com. The fourth quarter of tonight's game is brought to you by Webb Funeral Home.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
KACH.
Fourth quarter starts. Ball belongs to the Preston Indians. Back out top, Sage Meek looks at a three. Needs a bounce, won't get it. Pugmire fights for the rebound down low. Ends up in the hands of Ware and is knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Indians. So Preston outscores the Tigers 19-13 in quarter number 3. They lead by 13 here to start the fourth. As Ware will get it in. Back out top to Pugmire. She'll stand and hold. She'll give it to Sage Meek. Sage puts the ball to the floor, gives it to Ward. Free throw line extended right. Swings all the way back over to Ware. Down low, Pugmire on the left block. Tries to go up. Gets off the bottom of the rim, and the rebound taken away by Drake. She'll give it off to McCluskey. Back up into the front court. McCluskey pulls up short, now wants to drive. Try to get it back to Drake. Bounce it off of Kylie Larson's knee and able to get it back, and then she gives it up to Keener. Keener's cut off there by Larson. Double teamed and take it away. Preston has a 2-on-1. It comes to Larson. As nice defensive play by Keener to take the ball back. Ahead to Harper. Down low, they get it inside to Lawson. Actually goes to Drake, and she able to go off the glass and in. Sadie Drake's got 20 in the game and leads all scorers for both teams. 48-37. Preston up by 11. Back outside to Pugmire. Sage Meek with it on the angle right. Goes to the dribble. Goes around Keener. Off the glass, no good. There's a rebound pulled down by Gisaro. Gisaro will push the ball up into the front court. Defenders are back. She forces the ball down low anyhow. Back outside. Keener another three. That's no good. Pugmire has that rebound there for Preston. As it comes off, as it comes to Ward. Meek back to Larson. 14-foot jumper is no good. Rebound is off as Drake has it there. Almost 2 minutes here into quarter number 4. As again the double team put on. It gets to Drake anyway. Jumper from the right elbow is no good. She gets her own rebound, tries to go back up, but stumbles and falls. Back to Gisaro. McCluskey tries to go baseline. She gets cut off, so she gives it back to Drake, standing in the three-point area. She wants to drive and runs into Kylie Larson. That's going to be a blocking foul against Kylie. For Larson, that's her third foul. 5th foul of the half against the Indians, so they're almost out of fouls. Only 3 in the half for Mountain Home. 3 in, 3 out for the Indians. Robertson, Harris, and Sage Meek all come back, or I say Haley Meek all come back in here for Preston. Ball comes into the corner. Received there by Keener in the left corner. Wants to dribble out. Little runner in the paint, and she's fouled. And she'll go back to the free throw line. And that's going to be Alexis Harris called for the foul this time. So that's going to send Madeline Keener to the free throw line. Tonight's game is brought to you in part, and the fourth quarter also was brought to you by Webb Funeral Home here in Preston. First free throw is good. You know, Webb Funeral Home, in your time of need, you'll find professionals with true compassion. Remember, it's Webb Funeral Home just off Highway 91 at the south end of the city of Preston. Second free throw is no good, knocked out of bounds. It'll go back to the Indians. 48-38. Preston up by 10. 5:44 left here in regulation. Preston trying to move on to the second round and host a winning bracket game here on Saturday night. Haley Meek for two, good. She was on the line, it's only for 2 points. She has 9 in the game and the lead back out to a dozen again. 50-38. As we go under 5.5 to play. As nice pass, Drake able to pick it off in midair. Feeds the ball inside, can't get a shot there, so they'll bring it back outside to Keener again. Back to Griddle. Back up to the free throw line, Harris. Harper rather, turns. Her pass inside was knocked away, came right back to her. Now she gets the pass back again from Griddle and goes off the glass and in. Harper got off to a quick start, then had to spend a lot of time on the bench with her foul, so she picks up her 6th and 7 points of the game with that bucket. And a holding foul here on Griddle. That'll be her first. And 5th on the Tigers. Check that 4th on the Tigers. They'll make it as they make a correction on the scoreboard as it comes in to Robertson. Robertson gives it off to Pugmire. Cassie with a long three, no good. Tapped inside by Larson, no. Almost went in as Griddle has the rebound. Quickly up into Gisaro, up into the front court as the Tigers want to run a little bit. Back outside, it comes to Lawson. Free throw line extended right. She'll come back out top. Griddle standing there waiting for it. She'll put the offense back into motion. Gisaro runs the baseline. However, the pass doesn't come to her as it comes to Harper instead. Harper turns and faces up on Pugmire, wants to drive, gets Larson up in the air, and a foul on Kylie Larson. Be a non-shooting foul, so the ball will be out of bounds. Nope, they gave it to Pugmire instead. So instead of being 4 on Larson, it's 3 on Pugmire. As Marlowe will come back in. Pugmire will head back to the bench. Gabby Gisaro also heads back to the bench here for Mountain Home as well. So here's Emily Harper back to the free throw line to shoot a couple of free throws. And the first one is good. So she makes the front end of the 1-and-1. Gives her a total of 8 overall on the game here tonight. And she'll get the bonus. Her second shot, also pure as the snow outside. She makes them both. Has a total of 9. The ball knocked out of bounds by Mountain Home. It'll stay with the Indians. Lead down to 8 here. Remember, it has been as much as 14 at one point. So they cut the lead almost in half here in quarter number 4. Up into the front court, it comes to Haley Meek. She wants to drive baseline, pull-up jumper. Rolls off the rim, no good. Drake has the rebound. Quickly outside, it comes back to Keener. Keener wants to drive, pull up 3. Looks good, is good. Keener with another 3. She has 9 in the game. Timeout called by Preston. The lead goes down to 5, and we'll take a timeout. We'll be right back.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
KACH.
So Preston's had their lead nibbled away. What was a 14-point advantage is now down to 5 with under 4 minutes to play in regulation here tonight. As teams come back out on the floor. Ball belongs to the Indians. Baseline backcourt after the made 3. Full court pressure put on here by the Tigers. They get it in as it comes to Haley Meek. Haley up into the front court. Tries to fend off the defender, get a little operating room. Comes to Sydney Marlowe back into the game. Hand it back to Robertson. At the left elbow, doesn't get the shot. She'll hand it to Harris. Back to Marlowe in three-point country. Looks inside, can't get it there as Drake is fronting Lawson, so they can't go there. So they give it back to Harris. Harris plants her foot, gives it back to Marlowe in the left corner. Sydney drives and a whistle. That's going to be a pushing foul on Harper and be her fourth. Harper tried to fight her way through the screen and pushed Harris to the floor. So that's 4 on Harper. As the inbound pass comes back into to Larson. She'll hand it to Haley Meek. Wants to drive, comes around the screen, layup good. Haley's got 11. And the lead back out to 7 again. 52-45, 3:10 to play. Up into the front court. Good pass as it comes to Harper. Harper puts it in, foul. Count the bucket. And she'll go to the free throw line to try to complete the three-point play as she gets the lead. She gets the lead down to 7 again. Emily Harper goes to the free throw line. Haley Meek charged with the foul. It's her first. And Harper makes the free throw. Harper's got 10, and the lead goes down to 4. 52-48. Nervous time here at Preston Gym with 3 minutes to play. As the engine here for the Lady Indians is starting to leak oil as the lead starts to evaporate on them. As it comes back to Marlowe. Looks, gives it back. Robertson drives, 10-footer in the lane. She's fouled. She'll go to the free throw line. Foul's going to be on Sheila Lawson. That's going to be 3 on her. So foul trouble for the Tigers. Harper has 4. Lawson has 3 for the Indians. Marlowe with 3. Harris with 3. And Cassie Pugmire with 3. Is the first here by Michaela Robertson. Misses. She's made 2 out of 3 on the night. As Lawson goes back to the bench, coming back onto the floor here was Kara Grindell. And the second one by Robertson. She missed them both. Tapped and it's kept in play here by the Indians. Controlled by Marlowe. They inside. And Sydney going up, and she's fouled, so she'll go back to the free throw line. Drake called for the foul. She now has 3 fouls in the game. Here's Sydney Marlowe back to the free throw line. Sydney tonight has made all 3 of her attempts as she misses the first one here. Sydney was 7 in the game. She had 3 points the other night against Century and has a season high of 11. That came in the game at Wood River about 3 weeks ago. As the second free throw is missed as Kylie Larson tried to tap it but tapped it out of bounds. 52-48. As ball's into Grindle. Backcourt pressure, and that's a double dribble in the backcourt. Good pressure there by Michaela Robertson, and it forced the turnover. So it stays 4 points advantage here for Preston, down to 2:38 to play now. They line up in a picket line along the right side of the lane. As the bench yelling instructions to the defenders as Preston, they go all kinds of directions as they get it into Meek. Back outside to Larson. She drives, 10-foot runner, and she's fouled. She'll go back to the free throw line. You got to start wondering who the fouls are on inside, as that's on Drake, and that's 4 on her. So Harper and Drake, who had little bits of foul trouble in the first half, now they both have 4 fouls with 2.5 left as Larson misses the free throw. Still a 4-point lead here for the Indians. They are not out of danger at all as of yet. Her second. Good. She makes that, gives her 10 in the game, and it's a 5-point lead, 53-48, as Drake has it in front of the Mountain Home bench. She'll hand it off as it comes to Keener. Keener's pass is intercepted here by Ailey Meek. Here comes the Indians. Meek draws the contact and the foul, and she'll go to the free throw line. As the foul will go on Gabby Gisaro. That's just her second, but it's 9 now on the team for Mountain Home. So here's Haley Meek at the line. She has yet to shoot a free throw tonight, but she's a 72%er on the year, and she makes the first. Gives her a total of 12 in the game. Preston came into the game overall was a 59% free throw shooting team. Here's the second. That one almost tried to come out but stayed in. Haley now with 13 in the game on my sheet. As the ball's into Gisaro. Good hands there by Haley Meek to knock it out of her hands and out of bounds. Lead back out to 7 now again for the Indians. 55-48. Feed inside to Drake. Drake's shot no good. Rebound inside, however, is put up by Harper. That's no good. Rebound again is controlled by the Indians, but Marlowe, I'm going to say, was out of bounds, so it's going to go back to Mountain Home. Needs somebody to bring the ball in. Finally, Harper steps out of bounds, and she'll bring it in. As it comes into Drake. Back outside. They get it to Griddle. Under 2 minutes to play as it comes outside. As that shot is put up, it's no good. As the pass inside, down low. Larson has it off the glass and in. Larson's got a dozen in the game here tonight. As back up in the front court. Down by 9 again now with a minute and a half to play. Tigers have the ball as they swing the ball around. Inside, a couple of bodies on the floor. It's going to be a blocking foul on Marlowe. So the block on Marlowe. And for the Indians, it will be Emily Harper going back to the free throw line. Marlowe with the foul, that's 4 on her. First shot is up and good. Harper, who's made 5 out of 6 tonight, she's made 5 in a row, and she'll make it 6 in a row. She has a dozen in the game. 1:20 to play. Here comes Robertson down the middle line, able to put it in. Good hustle play as nobody stopped the ball. So Robertson with the layup. 59-50 as the Meek takes the ball away for the Indians. Little crossover dribble. She gets cut off by Gisaro, so she'll bring the ball back outside, and Ryan Harris wants a timeout for Preston. 1:01 to play, 9-point lead, 59-50 for the Indians. Take our timeout, come right back.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
If it's time to sell your home, retail property, or land, make sure to hire the realtor that has your best interest in mind. This is Mike Hansen, broker at Cornerstone Real Estate. As a licensed real estate broker in Idaho and Utah, I have over 20 years of experience helping folks successfully sell property. I would like the opportunity to help you list and sell for the best price as quickly as possible. Call me today to schedule an appointment. Let's work together to make the sale of your property as simple and successful as possible. Mike Hansen, 801-510-1121.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
So minute to play, 1:01 to be exact. Preston leads by 9, each side with 9 team fouls in the game. As referee blows the whistle, Mountain Home back out on the floor. Waiting for them to come back out. Ball belongs to the Indians as Harris will bring it in right in front of our own bench. Harris brings it into Marlowe. Back to Harris. Back out top. The Indians are perfectly happy to run the clock as it comes to Haley Meek, as there's the intentional foul. As a shove in the middle of the back of Meek as she tried to take the shot. That'll be 10 team fouls now on the Tigers. So it'll be 2 shots on the double bonus now here for Haley Meek as she goes back to the free throw line. Meek with 13, misses the first. Healy, his second one rolls out as well. So she The rebound, however, comes off to Marlowe. Back to Robertson, and can do nothing but foul her again as Gisaro again with a little two-hand shove. That's going to be 4 on her, so now Robertson will go back to the free throw line, and she will shoot 2. First one by Robertson is good. Robertson's made 3 out of 4 from the line tonight. She has 11. Makes it a 10-point lead with 43 seconds left. Robertson makes them both, and now it's an 11-point advantage here for Preston, as they are 39 seconds from improving their record on the year, as looking to win their 16th of the season. Clock down to 33 seconds left in regulation. Inside, pass goes to Harris. Her pass is tipped, picked up by Larson for the Indians. She goes around Gisaro, keeps going up the sidelines, and Grindle has to reach out and grab her on the way by and pick up the foul. So 2 shots on the double bonus for Kylie Larson as she heads to the free throw line. So the Indians will be at home Saturday night. They'll get the winner of the Burley-Minico game. Not sure what time the game will start as of yet, as it is Reese Floyd back into the game. And here's the second for Larson. But it will be Saturday, and it will be at home as Larson makes the second. Quickly up into the front court, it comes to Drake, almost traveled, left-hand layup, and a foul by Larson. That's going to be 4 on her. 19 seconds to play. It's a 12-point advantage, so everything's just about all over except the shouting here tonight. As Sadie Drake goes back to the free throw line. First one by Drake is good. Sadie leading all scorers. She has 21 in the game tonight. Free throw no good. Rebound is off as it comes back off to Grindle. Grindle back to Drake. 15-foot jumper good. 23 now in the game for Drake, and quickly a timeout called again here by the Mountain Home Tigers. They'll take a full timeout, and so will we. We'll be right back.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
If it's time to sell your home, retail property, or land, make sure to hire the realtor that has your best interest in mind. This is Mike Hansen, broker at Cornerstone Real Estate. As a licensed real estate broker in Idaho and Utah, I have over 20 years of experience helping folks successfully sell property. I would like the opportunity to help you list and sell for the best price as quickly as possible. Call me today to schedule an appointment. Let's work together to make the sale of your property as simple and successful as possible. Mike Hansen, 801-510-1121.
If you feel like your bank works against you, we invite you to move your accounts to Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. We work for you, not against you. Serving Southeast Idaho for over 65 years, we offer totally free checking with cash back rewards, 0 fees credit cards, low auto loan rates, and excellent customer service. Visit today, 311 South Highway 91, Preston. Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Here, the advantage is yours. Equal housing lender, member NCUA.
KACH.
So ball belongs to the Indians backcourt. Full court pressure put on here by the Tigers. But like we said, everything done but the shouting as they get the ball into Robertson. Quickly ahead to Marlowe with 8 on the clock. She puts it up and in on the breakaway layup. Marlowe's got 9. It's 64-53, and that's the way the game's going to end. So Preston able to advance with an opening round win here tonight as they picked up the victory, 64-53 over the Mountain Home Tigers. Preston is now 16-6 on the year as they win here in the opening round of the Great Basin 10 Conference Tournament for Girls. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back as we'll have the halftime show. It is on the way next. Stay with us from here at Preston Gym.
Tonight's game has been brought to you by West Motors, with Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram trucks all available right here in Preston. Franklin County Medical Center with the finest care you'll find in all of the Cache Valley. Stokes Market True Value, the big city market with small town friendliness. By Ralph's Construction, building custom homes in the Blue Sage Park community in Preston. By Webb Funeral Home, just off Highway 91 at the south end of Preston. By Hawaiian Bowl Grill inside Poppin' Pins Bowling Center. Come try the best Hawaiian food right here in Preston. By Naylor Insurance, for life, home, and auto insurance from Mutual of Enumclaw on State Street in Preston. By Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. By Idaho Salvage, where you can turn your scrap metals into cash. By Preston Auto Parts CarQuest on State Street in downtown Preston. By Valley Implement. By S&T Electric. And by MyLocalRadio.com. Now, stay tuned for the postgame show, coming right up.
Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing Vegas style, boys.
Brush up on your NASCAR trivia. Listen to win each weekday. You can win tickets to the NASCAR Series February 20th through the 23rd at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. The drawing will be held on February 12th. When you hear a qualifying NASCAR question, call the KACH radio station at 208-852-1340. All callers with the correct answer will be entered into the drawing to win the tickets. Must be 21 years or older to register.
The next Wild Women's Clinic at Beaver Mountain will be held on Wednesday, February 19th. The cost is $55 and includes a light breakfast, lunch, and a 2-hour ski or snowboard lesson. Space is limited. You need to be registered by Monday, February 17th at our Logan office or at the Mountain Snow Sports School. Go to skithebeeve.com for all the information.
When it comes to major surgery, think small. Small town, that is. At Franklin County Medical Center, the surgical capabilities are anything but small. Partnered with the top surgeons and specialists in the region to provide advanced care to those living in southeastern Idaho. Whether it's cataract surgery, women's surgery, gallbladder removal, trauma, even a full hip or knee replacement, they have you covered. And now, they're among the few hospitals in southeastern Idaho able to remove kidney stones. See just how big the surgical capabilities really are. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield.
This is the Preston Indians postgame show. Coming up, we'll recap tonight's game, take a look at the final stats, and a look at other games from around the area on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard.
Well, welcome back here to the back to Preston Gym as tonight as the Preston Indians able to advance into the second round. They'll go into the winner's bracket as they pick up a win tonight, 64-53 over the Mountain Home Tigers, and they will face the winner of the game between Minico and Burley. And if they're here on Saturday night at 7 o'clock, so if they're able to win that game, they'll move into the championship game of the championship side of the bracket, and it would also guarantee themselves a spot in the state tournament if they can win the game coming up on Saturday. So it becomes an even bigger game coming up for the Preston Indians coming up as we work our way into the weekend. So once again, that game here at Preston Gym Saturday night at 7, as that'll be their second round matchup. As far as this game goes, well, a lot of things went good for the Indians tonight, and then some things still can carry on to be a little bit iffy. Their outside shooting, again, maybe just a little bit on the iffy side tonight, as they made only 2 3-pointers the entire game this evening, but the free throw shooting was pretty good, as the Indians were able to convert 13 of 19 free throws tonight here in the game. So Preston able to win it. They'll advance to the second round. Final score here tonight, 64-53. We'll come back and look at the score sheet right after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Welcome to West Motor Ford. We love happy customers. With multiple financing options, it's easy to drive your new vehicle home. We offer a full line of new Fords and a constantly changing pre-owned vehicle inventory. Our service department is top-notch with technicians trained for everything from routine maintenance to major repairs. With a large selection of parts and accessories, including tires, we've got you covered. So come in and let us turn up your happy meter. Visit West Motor Ford in Preston today.
In addition to local information and the best live coverage of local sports, you can stream music 24/7 at mylocalradio.com. Log on and choose the music you like best. Classic or modern country, indie, adult contemporary, or classic rock. Stream it live through your computer or cell phone. Listen to the music you want and don't miss the information you need. Like us on Facebook and visit mylocalradio.com today.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Well, let's look at the score sheet for tonight's game. First of all, for the Mountain Home Tigers tonight, as Addie McCluskey failed to score, likewise for Reese Floyd. Gabby Gisaro finished the game with 2. Madeline Keener had 9 in the game. Sadie Drake led all scorers in the contest. She finished the game with 23 tonight. Shaylee Lawson had 2. Kara Grindle had 3. And Emily Harper battled foul problems most of the night, and she finished the game with 12. From the free throw line tonight, Mountain Home made 13 of 15 foul shots. For the Indians, Haley Meek finished the game with 13. Sydney Marlowe had 9. Kayla Robertson with 12. Riley Ward played but did not score. Sage Meek also failed to score for the second game in a row. Lexus Harris finished the game with 7. Brexley Ware did not score tonight, as Cassie Pugmire finished with 8, and Kylie Larson had 13. As we mentioned during the first segment, that the free throw shooting tonight for the Indians went very well, as they made 13 of 19 from the free throw line. They also made 2 3-pointers in the game here tonight, as the Mountain Home Tigers also, they made a total of 4 shots from behind the 3-point arc in the game here this evening. 64-53, Preston wins it. We'll come back to wrap it up right after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
In Franklin County, they know it's what's on the inside that really matters. That's why they offer advanced radiology and imaging using the latest in technology, performing x-rays, CAT scans, MRIs, nuclear testing, ultrasounds, mammography, and much more, right in Preston, Idaho. With short wait times and a highly skilled staff available around the clock, they'll help you reach a diagnosis quicker. Make sure your doctor knows you want to save time and money, closer to home. Let them be the next to take your picture. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence meet.
What is The Grind? It's a 5-month marathon. It's working to be better every day. It's playing through the pain. It's falling and getting back up. The Grind. It's what gets a team all the way to March and then says, we're not done. Every step of the grind lives here on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield IMG College.
This Saturday night, the Aggies will be at the Spectrum as Boise State comes to call. The pregame show starts at 7:30. They'll tip the game off at 8.
Utah State basketball on KACH.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
KACH.
Well, so for the Lady Indians, they move on with a win here this evening, and they have another game coming up here on Saturday, and that'll be their next game as they move into the second round of the conference tournament They'll host the game. It'll tip off at 7 o'clock as they'll be playing either Burley or Minico. Their game tonight didn't start until 7, so they're probably, just about at halftime about now in that game, which is being played at Burley. Our pregame coverage will get underway at 6:45 that night. The tip-off at 7 o'clock, and that'll be on mylocalradio.com only, as there is a Utah State game that night that'll take precedence over on KACH. So look for the game on Saturday on the internet only at mylocalradio.com for the audio and the video feed from here at Preston Gym. So that'll wrap up our coverage for tonight. Our executive producer of Preston Broadcasting Sports is Val Cook. John Beverly was our studio coordinator back at KACH this evening. And we thank the girls basketball managers for helping us with the camera tonight as well. We'll remind you of the final score as Preston wins it tonight, 64-57. Until next time, I'm Dan Hubbard. We thank you for listening and watching, and we wish you a very pleasant good night from here at Preston Gym.
Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting LLC and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting LLC.